Ah, we are a minute late. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Greetings. Thank you for clicking on me. My name is Vorlex. Some people call me Lex, which I welcome. I just got home from my day job as a high school math teacher, and I'm ready. Oh, hello, cat. Hello. We are paid a visit by the lovely Atlas this afternoon. Hello. I apologize if he is bumping the mic, or if he is shaking the mic. Hello. Oh, you are so precious and so good. Scritches? No? No scritches right now? Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Atlas. Anyway. Indeed, by day I teach math, and by evening and night I play video games a lot. I play video games and I like learning new things, talking to new people, things like that. Very broadly speaking, Big Chillin'. Today's Big Chillin' is brought to you by the same thing that I was streaming last week. Soulframe. We are back into Soulframe. Last week I was leveling up the new sword and shield named Like Wake, doing faction tales and organs and whatnot. This week, let's stand up, I am leveling this weapon, the Cenotaph. Cenotaph, Cenotaph, whatever you want to pronounce it, or however you want to pronounce that. The Cenotaph. So I'm going to be doing broadly the same things I was doing last week, but with this weapon instead. Again, I want to remind you, as I described last week, I am streaming this game on medium graphics for the sake of frame rate on stream. And at least in my opinion, from where I'm sitting, even on medium graphics, this game is gorgeous. Looking for that world tree right there. My plan here is to broadly work my way northeast to the higher leveled areas, fighting dudes and doing faction tales on the way. Faction tales for the sake of both faction reputation and a little bit of experience for the Cenotaph here. Love the combat in this game. There's some dudes fighting an ooze. Oh! Ah! Ah! Excuse me, Mr. Archer, thank you. It's been quite a week. It's been quite a week over here. Work yesterday was interesting. Work doesn't keep me over often. You can probably see in my About section down below, I have, I suppose, if you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, then no, you wouldn't be able to see this, but on Twitch, in my About section, I have my Blue Sky feed linked directly here so you can see it. I'm not trying to say that to plug my Blue Sky. I'm not looking for followers there. My Blue Sky only exists so that I can very easily post on it and have it show up here in my About section. That was terrible. But hey, we got the bunny. I don't want to go into the glades. I don't want to go that way either. If I go into the glades, where is that going to put me? I forget where the glades exit is. There's a collector nearby, though. I was a bit upset that I didn't get to do a collector on stream last week. Can I make it there in time? Let's try. Anyway, work does not keep me over often. My hours as a teacher are pretty well defined, and I try very, very hard to keep them that way. However, every now and then something does come up. Some kind of emergency or some other responsibility related to work that I do have to take care of quickly. And that was the case yesterday. Very conveniently, we can bunny hop up that hill. I shouldn't say hill, up that cliff. I hope they never change that. That is a very convenient way to get up into this other area. But that was yesterday. This is today. It is a new day. Work was normal today. So I got home at a normal time and I'm able to stream here. As you can see, obviously. Oh, there's these plants. I forget what these things are called. Bulbs? Willow frond. I wonder why bulb was coming to mind. I think there's a material somewhere else in the game. Some kind of bulb. I might be making a fool of myself, who knows? Pardon me, sir. Ah. Close. Are you going to come back at all? You just going to keep running away? Hey, Jungle. Thank you for following. That's very kind of you. I'll consider it. Thanks for reaching out. I'll consider it. We have an uncommon, what is that, a squirrel? Alright, it's not going to be perfect, but it's fine. We barely missed the first one. When I say we barely missed that first one, you get, similar to Warframe's mods, how you can upgrade Warframe's mods with Endo, you can upgrade these animal totems with this material, this white dust that you see, that icon in the middle of the screen. I'll point it out when we get another animal. This white dust counter, it's currently at a 0. That's going to increase every time I hit one of these numbers. And if you hit that number just right, you get a little bit more of that material. That material is called Harmony. And that lets you upgrade these animal totems. If your first 3, 4, or 5 notes are all perfect, then you get that little cutscene where you give the animal some pets or some scritches, and it's adorable. And we love it. That was an uncommon totem, you could tell, because there were 3 of those flowers around the squirrel when I started charming it, so I only needed 3 perfect notes. Earlier this very stream, you saw me get a rare one that was 5 flowers around it. So 5 notes needed to be perfect in order to get that cutscene and get some extra harmony. This is called the Collector. And we're going to get some fun voice lines when I trigger this encounter. Some fun voice lines and a lot of resources. We start it by knocking down that crate with a ranged attack.
Hark, the collector!
Hark! The collector!
Mada is so much fun. Ooh! Parried them both at once. That was wild. Let's actually use one of our packed abilities, shall we? Oh no! Nope. Oh, we got a fragment for another sword and shield. Cool. Oh no! Tragic. Goodbye, little dear. I'm so sorry.
When his children fall, do we summon the Nimrod?
And this is Nimrod. Nimrod the Everstorm. Yes, whatever. No thank you. Excuse me, sir. Why did you lock me onto this other guy way over here? What was the point of that? I was clearly trying to attack Nimrod.
On to the next tribute.
On to the next tribute.
And that's the collector. You kill a few dudes. Kill Nimrod. Again. And then the ship goes away. The ship goes away and we get a few resources. Let's shoot down these boxes. It's a little bit far away. Maybe if I go to higher ground? Perchance? Please? Thank you. I think... I don't know where this could be confirmed. I'm not sure. Maybe it's on the wiki. Maybe not. But I think the collector has the capability of dropping almost any of the unique fragments that come from other bosses. Please do not quote me on that. I only say that because sometimes from the collector I've gotten fragments for the Steel Singer set, which typically comes from the Odin cannons, the Bycelcam. I think I pronounced that right. I just realized I haven't had to pronounce that out loud before. The Bycelcam, I've gotten fragments for the Erst root, which typically comes from... oh goodness, which typically comes from a boss right around here, the Wraith of Wastes. And other sources, maybe one of the organs? It drops the Erst root now. I've gotten so many random wild fragments from the collector. And that leads me to think its drop table includes all of the bosses, but I don't actually have confirmation of that. Regardless, the resources are still cool. I definitely would not be parrying this much if these guys were higher level. Oh, I missed that one. I also, speaking on precisely that point, Hey Coco, good to see you, welcome back. Let's save these squirrels. These poor guys blocked by the wood that I'm clipping into. Tragic. Speaking to precisely that point, what point was I speaking to? Well, it might come up later. Whatever. How have you been, Coco? It's good to see you again. Oh! That mace strike was fast. That caught me off guard. Oh! I recall. Parrying. Speaking to precisely that point, I also have not heard this confirmed. I do not know whether this is the case. And I don't know who would be able to confirm this. But I'm pretty sure that lower level enemies are easier to parry. The parry window for lower level enemies is more forgiving than for higher level enemies. That could be, I can only imagine the number of people who would hear that and say, skill issue, Vorlex, haha. And maybe, absolutely, I might need to get good. But it is 100% my subjective experience that higher level enemies are harder to parry. Ooh, you're playing Terraria. Very cool, Coco. What brought you to Terraria today? What are you up to in Terraria? Oh, overshot it. We are going to that world tree in the far northeast. I want to go to the far northeast world tree because that is where the highest level enemies are, and therefore the highest level faction tales. Doing higher level faction tales and fighting higher level enemies will get more experience for this weapon and more faction reputation. Anything I can pick up on the way? Yep, this mushroom right here. What is the Aether biome? I'm unfamiliar with that one. Oh, this place, I haven't shown Nathan's on stream yet. Is this a Nathan's entrance or exit? It is an entrance. Do I want to do Nathan's right now? No, I'm gonna go up to the world tree. I set a goal, I'm gonna do it. Which, now that I say that out loud, I don't always do. Ooh, was it added in the Bigger and Bolder update that I've heard so much about? I see you saying it was the last biome added. Was it added in the most recent update? Added before that? I see. So it's just the most recent biome, but it was not added in the most recent update. I understand. That would explain why I'm not familiar with it. What's in the Aether biome? What's unique about it? Here we've got an uncommon squirrel, so I need to get the first 4 perfect, which I did. And we get a cutscene. Oh, adorable. I love this game's themes of conservation. Although, to be truthful, at the moment, what I'm doing right now, in the context of the world, I mean, yes, what I'm doing right now is running around leveling up this new weapon, and going to this world tree to start getting some faction experience, some faction reputation. But in the context of the world, what I'm basically doing right now is terrorism. Eco-terrorism. I am a solo guerrilla soldier fighting the Ode, destroying their stuff, and restoring nature. What a cool mechanic. I love the name of that too, Shimmer. And the fact that it's a liquid, that sounds unique. I like that a lot. I see. Is there a special boss in the Aether biome? I did this organ last week on stream, so I'm just bypassing it here today. I may come back and do it later, but it's not my objective right now. And I already showed it on stream, so whatever. Oh, there's a chest. Let's go mess around in Skelfies. Ooh, nice. Oh. Pardon me, Metis. Metis. Where? I also just realized, speaking of things I haven't had to pronounce out loud, that guy's name. Oh. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you finished a village in that biome. That sounds like an interesting challenge. Oh, there's a small chest here I forgot. Doink. Dang, dude. Tell me how you really feel. Are we almost there? Okay, we can go due east from here. And then it's time for Faction Tales. Time to get some faction XP. I wonder where these are going to take us. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me, sirs, I did not ask for your input. Okay, we've got a banneret kill in the overworld. We've got a crypt run. And get some flowers. Let's do the banneret here. We can take the south route. We'll save these animals, pick some flowers, steal a scroll, kill the banneret. Animals first. Oh, hey. Over the past week, I'm very excited for this. This probably means little to nothing to anyone else, but I'm very excited. I sat down, took some time to make toggles for my little PNG guy here. I did not intend... That was a very lucky parry on that dog. Oh my goodness. And this is a great time... Ooh! This is a great time to use one of them. Because I'm very unimpressed with... Oh my gosh. With my parry attempts here, and with how the game is making me lock on to a target that I don't want to lock on to. I've got a little frustration mark here. I wonder why it's wiggling like that. That's kind of weird. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. Best viewers. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'd love to buy your viewership. Thank you so much, Banhammer. Ding dong. Ooh. Utility indeed. The shimmer's wild. So it forces you to no-clip downwards, is what I'm hearing there. Ooh. A free... Oh. Mwah. Magnifique. A free rare squirrel. That's what we're talking about. So what are we supposed to pick up here? This stuff? Yep. Queen's Folly. Anyway, I have made a couple, not many, little toggles for my little dude here. I've got unimpressed eyes, just maybe tired, sleepy, unimpressed. I don't have many pixels to work with. I have chosen a medium that makes facial expression kind of hard. But I'm doing my best. I've got those eyes. In addition to that, I have this shock mark. Shock, surprise, again, unimpressed. I must admit, as much as I have seen this emotional marking, I am not certain what it means, but I have it, and then anger or frustration. I also made glasses for myself, but I forgot to put those into PNG Tuber Plus. Those will be on next week. I can toggle those then. But I'm very excited to have this. It feels really cool to be making some progress. I find that I am very much enjoying the pixel art here. I did not set out to be a pixel artist, and I still don't think I am setting out to be a pixel artist. I'm not certain I will ever call myself a pixel artist. But I have discovered that it's a lot of fun. See, maybe it's because I'm yapping and distracted, but these guys, in this moment, my subjective experience of trying to parry these guys is way harder than even 10 levels below. Skill issue for Lex. Goodness gracious. So this fluid in Terraria called Shimmer, it has a different effect when a player steps in it or falls in it, when a hostile mob and when a town NPC falls in it. Interesting. That sounds like it has an incredible number of possible uses that I'm not even equipped to think of because I don't have enough experience with Terraria. Oh, come on. Oh, we got a thrice blessed joinery there. Very cool. Related to thrice blessed joinery, recently they changed how joineries work. I had not used anything above a single blessing of joinery before, because previously using a twice blessed or thrice blessed, the two upgraded forms of joinery, reset the weapon's level. And leveling or ranking up your gear in this game is slow enough that I just didn't want to do that. Sure, I have probably had the time, but not the motivation at all. And they recently changed it such that it no longer resets the level of your gear. And that is very exciting for me because that means my only potential apprehension is the resource cost. Thrice blessed joinery being the strongest are the rarest, so I feel a desire to hold on to them. Coco, I gotta admit, describing all these things that happen when various things fall into the shimmer. Something different happens when a player falls in it. Something different happens when a hostile mob or a town NPC falls in it. Something different happens when you throw a projectile into it. And that's all super cool. And then, after all of that, you now say there are a lot of utilities by throwing items into it. And maybe I'm hyper-focusing on the wrong wording. But the fact that you described all of that and now say there are a lot of utilities throwing items into it makes me wonder, oh crap, so what you've already described isn't a lot? It sounds like a lot to me already. There must be a truly incredible amount of things that can happen throwing items into Shimmer. Oh! Oh, he's back. This Mockery decided to no-clip for a second. Go off. Do your thing, Mockery. Oh, that was cool. That went faster than I thought it would. Mockeries tend to take me longer than that. I guess that's part of playing with Tethrin. I picked this faction tale so that it would take me into the Durmak Undercity. I have not shown off the Durmak Undercity on stream yet, so I am excited for this opportunity. Oh, that's cool. I like the sound of that. Certain items with counterparts will turn into those counterparts. One moment, please. Breaking for water. Spilled some. Okay. I wonder what the utility is getting an unsafe version of the craftable wall. Maybe if you want to build a mob farm of some kind, letting mobs into a building. Excuse me. Is that a rat? Hello. Hello, little rat. Oh. Oh, how cute. The Lurker. Ah! Sir, I was getting out my map. Excuse you. Okay, the way forward seems to be to the east. Is there a chest down there? There is a chest down there. Anything to the west? There's a way to the west as well. Oh, gosh. Okay. The faction tale is taking me to the west, so this probably is the way forward, but just to be safe and to get everything out of this dungeon, I'm going to check to the east first. Oh. This is not a way forward at all. But it does give me an excuse to come get this chest. Dink. It sounds like one of the uses for the shimmer is as an item recycling bin. That sounds very useful. I love the feeling of parrying one of these dudes with a buffed weapon because they're faster. And the satisfaction of parrying them when their speed is buffed is really cool. It feels good. This is my least favorite room in the Dermak Undercity. I can never understand what connects where and where I'm supposed to go. So I'll just use my little bird. Use my spirit guide. I use the spirit guide in the Undercity more than I use it anywhere else. I get lost so often in this place, especially in this room in particular. Not that that's necessarily a problem. It's just the maze dungeon for me, and that's part of the experience. That may or may not be intended. Other people may or may not agree. That's just my experience with this dungeon. Whoop! Sir, I do not appreciate being snuck up on. Goodbye. Oof. We love a good Tethrin hit. You've heard me say Tethrin a few times, and viewers familiar with the Soulframe will almost certainly recognize that, but I can't assume that all of my viewers will recognize that, so last week I was playing with Garen Rude, one of the pacts in the game that you can unlock. It's not one of the pacts you can start with. You can tell that along with my armor, my fashion has changed from last week to this week, but my right arm has also changed. That is because I'm using a different pact. I am not currently playing with Garen Rude, I'm playing with Tethrin, or more specifically, Wild Tethrin. They have the same abilities, they have the same effects. It's like, if you're familiar with Warframe, which I have mentioned several times on stream already, it's like a Warframe and its prime. It's analogous to a Warframe and its prime. Looks like the banneret is in this room, right here in the middle. Come, Legion, lay your comments. This guy doesn't even have a name. That was a chunky parry. And another thrice blessed joinery. Awesome! We are getting very lucky with these joinery drops. Tethrin is presented, at least at the start of the game, as the melee pact. And it certainly lends itself towards that. The design of its abilities certainly implies a melee focus. But, and I'm not saying unfortunately with this, I'm saying it is what it is. I genuinely feel neutrally about what I say next. Tethrin's highest possible damage does not come from melee, it comes from using a bow. At least at the current phase of the game. In the current Preludes, Preludes 14. Oh, I didn't pick up that mushroom. Yoink. Quick reminder, as I say Preludes 14, this game is not even in early access. We are... I suppose I shouldn't say we, because you may or may not be familiar with early access titles on Steam, and how Steam handles that. If you are, then This game is not even in a place where it could be called early access. This is a pre-alpha build that Digital Extremes, the developers, are calling Preludes. Preludes 14 means the 14th major update to the Preludes build. I think. I presume that's what the 14 means. Oh. Failed to parry the guy that time. I've been keeping up with Soulframe for a very long time, since its inception, in fact, but have not been playing for nearly as long. In fact, I wager... Well, no. I wonder what was about to make me say that, because I wanted to say just now, I wager most people have been playing, most people who play Soulframe have been playing it longer than I have. But my only reason for wanting to say that was because I joined in Preludes whenever the Paragon pack came out, whenever they announced Founders. But I forget what Preludes that was. And I have no data to support that anyway. So I wonder where that was coming from. Ooh. A rune, Hurlwind, cool. And another chest, goodness. This room is crazy. I don't like this situation. I blocked early. Oh. Sir, you're hitting right over my head. Oh, I need to turn in my little faction tokens soon. Oh, nice. I get to show you guys this puzzle. A sleeping sprite. A beam of sunlight should wake it. What of the old contraptions? Somewhere in this room there is a beam of sunlight that we can redirect using these various mirrors. Right there, the beam of sunlight is traveling over here. Can we break that? Yup. Oh! A mockery. What are you doing down here, bud? Okay, that won't go anywhere, so let's rotate this guy. No, this isn't going anywhere either. Which means that one should rotate? Or this one? There it is. And we rotate these mirrors to make that beam of light shine on this statue. The sleeping sprite. Let's break these boxes. And that opens a door here. Behind this door is typically one or a couple of chests of the normal loot. Another rune. Excellent. I think at this point I'm only missing one rune, but it comes from hard mode. It comes from what the game calls Koga. I'll get it someday. I'm not in a rush for it. Although maybe I should be, because it's the Pictrix rune if you're familiar. And with the rune changes recently, Flyblade runes got much better, and I've heard Pictrix is pretty fun to use, so maybe I should be in a rush to get it. I say that because once you have a rune, other copies of that rune, at least right now, only serve to give you more harmony. You can sell those runes for a good chunk of harmony, which is what I use them for at this point. So getting more runes is still valuable, because it'll give you more harmony to upgrade your tokens and other runes. Phew. Good Undercity run. In addition to the Undercity, the Durmak Undercity here being the maze dungeon for me personally, it is also the dungeon where I feel the most nervous that I've missed a puzzle somewhere. Another Hurlwind rune, dope. That I've missed a puzzle somewhere. If I go into the Durmak Undercity, more so than any other dungeon, even Neathan's where I have the least experience, if I encounter a room in the Undercity and I don't see a puzzle in it, I worry that I'm missing something. I don't know whether that's intended or if that's a common or uncommon experience. I don't know, but it's my experience. We are at 52 minutes, and I said that I need to sell my faction tokens. Where are those? Down here, I think? Yeah, these guys. Sineculums, Bascabulbs, and Sinner's Stratagems. Oh, pardon me. These were added a little while ago. These randomly drop from enemies, and you can give them to the faction leaders to get more favor with them, more faction reputation with them. My understanding, though, is that the most you can carry is 50, so I need to go turn these in. Oh, you proposed a Redux Cricketune. Very cool. What was your...
Ancient roots from
Oh, I
whence
didn't
you've
need to do
grown.
that.
Voicing
Oh well,
seed.
whatever.
Take us home.
What was your inspiration for the Redux Cricketune? What made you want to propose that? My dear viewers, welcome to the Silent Rose. An underground group of resistance fighters roguish types and whatnot. And welcome indeed to the Drippin' Flagon. Oh, I love that inspiration, Coco. I'm imagining a Cricketune with... Oh, that's so awesome. Bug Rock, great combo. That makes a lot of sense, too. Say hello to Lady Diora.
Envoy? Well, you're no regent.
What does puggled even mean?
Oh God.
Your favors sell. Let's sell the Sinner's Stratagem.
Good.
As you can see,
There is much to be done.
you can sell the faction tokens to any faction, but only the one that is aligned with that faction gives the most faction experience, like the Sinner's Stratagem that I just sold. I could sell the Cineculums and the Basque Bulbs here to Lady Diora. These eyelashes look unfortunate in medium graphics. I'm sorry, Lady Diora. That is not doing it. That is not the way. Let's just check real quick. I apologize if setting the graphics to high makes the frame rate suffer on stream. But, oh,
The audience taught me that.
much better. Much better, Lady
Hey.
Diora.
No more gloaming, Philip. You've had enough.
Yeah, Philip. Anyway, even though I could sell the Cineculums and Basque Bulbs here for a pittance of favor, I could sell them for significantly more by taking them to their own faction leaders. But I'm not going to do that at this very moment because we're at 56 minutes. What I am going to do is go to the Soulframe wiki. Oh no, not that part of the wiki. I need to go to I need to go over here to my little Avocot Buddy app. Because I might have some of these armor pieces that I need to pick up. What am I missing? I started with Oshelda, so I already have all of those. I can't get Siren's stuff here. I can get that from another faction. I'm missing Tethrin's cap. So let's grab that.
Very well. Assume your position.
Yes, ma'am. So we've got Tethrin's cap. And I'm missing Siren's stuff, so I will get that from another faction. Before I do, what do I want to spend my last reputation on? Just some Sacred Shimmer in case I need it in the future? I don't need any Sacred Shimmer now. Oh, that's very cool. So, Coco, are you saying you've proposed not just Redux Cricketune, but another evolution? Like a stage 2 for that line? Cricketune probably deserves it at this point. Yeah, let's get a Sacred Shimmer just in case they release.
Assume your position.
Just in case they release another amulet that I'll need a Sacred Shimmer for. At least from what I can tell in OBS, my frame rate doesn't seem to be suffering in here on high graphics, but it probably would out in the overworld. Cricketune already has an Evo planned. Cool! I'm glad to hear that. I'm excited to see it in the future. We are at 59 minutes. So we're going to say bye to Soulframe Vorlex here. We're going to say bye to this guy for a week. Come back to him next week. I'm having a really good time streaming Soulframe. I hope that it is some level of entertaining, because I very much plan to keep streaming Soulframe, at least for now. As I said some weeks ago, I don't want to be the blank guy. I don't want to be the Pokemon guy, the Warframe guy, the Soulframe guy. I want to play things that I enjoy, and I'm having a really good time streaming Soulframe here. Oh, that makes so much sense, Coco. Rock type liquid voice. Now that's unique. I love that ability. That makes keen edge moves count as sound moves and vice versa. I have had a lot of fun working with the various abilities that turn sound moves or one type of move into another type of move. Like the new form of Gyarados getting dance moves are sound moves and vice versa. That's really cool to mess around with. I've been having a good time with that, so I would absolutely mess around with an ability that makes keen edge moves count as sound moves and vice versa. That sounds awesome. Let's go back to over here. Let's go back to this other scene. We are at 1 hour and 1 minute. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for clicking on me. It was very good to have you. It was good to see you today. Coco, thank you very much for jumping into chat. Jungle, thank you for following me. That was very kind of you to do. Coco, thank you as well for enlightening me on what the shimmer is in the shimmer and the aether biome is in Terraria. I was utterly unaware that either of those were even a thing. That sounds really cool. As today is Thursday, I will not be streaming again until next Wednesday. Next Wednesday being May 13th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Assuming that nothing comes up at work, which I must admit is hard to predict, but usually nothing comes up at work that's going to keep me there any longer than I need to be. So assuming the schedule stays normal, I'll stream again next Wednesday the 13th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy your week, and I'll see you in the next one.